Good evening and welcome all to the City of Isani City Council meeting for Tuesday, June 15th. I'd like to call this meeting to order. If we can all rise for Pledge Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I missed you for that. Doing roll call, all council members are present. Is there any public comment at this time? None at this time. I know we do have an addendum to this agenda. Ms. Wood?
Thank you, Mayor and Council. Good evening. We do have an addendum to add K3 and K4, which are both special event permit requests, and then the renumbering of K5 and K6.
Which is correct in my thick packet here, right, Ms. Wood?
In this additional one. Yep, in the addendum.
Okay.
Yep.
Do I have a motion to adopt the agenda with the two addendums?
Make a motion to adopt.
Second.
Motion to adopt the agenda with the two addendums by Councilman Lundin and a second by Councilman Collison. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0. Approval of the city council minutes for June 1st, which was a regular meeting of city council, May 4th, an economic development authority meeting, and May 18th, which was a economic development authority special meeting.
Make motion to approve.
Second.
Motion to approve by Councilman Lundin and a second by Councilman Collison. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0. Announcements. Park Recreation and Culture Board meeting will be Tuesday, June 22nd at 6 p.m. Monday, July 5th, city offices will be closed in observation of Independence Day. And our city council meeting will be Tuesday, July 6th at 7 p.m. with the Economic Development Authority meeting following that city council meeting. Any council committee reports? None at this time. We'll move on to business items then. K1, our interview for applicant for vacant Park Recreation and Culture Board seat. I know he's present. Zach, if you'd step up to the podium, sir. Just state your name and address. Push the button so your mic's on. State your name and address for the record.
Hi, my name is Zach Game. I live off of 1000 Wendover Street, Northeast in Isani.
I have 5 questions, Zach, that I'm going to ask you, which were sent to you before this meeting. Just answer those as honest as you can, and then the council can make their determination once you're done.
Okay.
Question number 1, what is the Park and Recreation Board's role?
As the citizen role is essentially to be the liaison for the citizens at that point, to provide input and as far as recommendations to the board at that point. Also to any outside input to then proceed to here and to kind of with the greater goal to increase our parks and recreation within the city.
And number 2, what is your vision of the park and recreation system for the city?
One thing that drove me to Isani is to keep this community where it has a small town feel. And essentially, but we are growing every day as we kind of go through, and essentially to make sure that we have the opportunities for our citizens along with our youth to make sure that they have a place to enjoy that's safe, and also provide opportunities as far as recreation when it comes to event planning and things like that.
And number 3, do you have any experience in park or recreation or park and recreation member experience?
Not actually in member experience with Park and Rec. However, I've attended every single park with my kids that are 2, 4, and 7. Will be 5 tomorrow. And essentially to engage that. Also, I'd like to say too is that I am also a chair of our union state meet and conform committee, so I understand liaisoning with outside stakeholders to go through that process and kind of work through it as a team.
And do you volunteer within the Isani community?
As far as my major volunteer role, as far as this year, I've coached youth baseball. I'm currently a volunteer coach with 8U, which has been a great enjoyment getting to know outside between Isani and Cambridge and having a joint venture with them.
I smiled because I knew that one. I was Showed up in his gear yesterday at the same meeting I did. Last question, sir. Can you attend evening meetings? Then they start at 6 p.m. Every last Tuesday of the month.
Yes.
Any questions, comments, or concerns by the council?
I'll make a comment. I think he's pretty passionate. I think we all seen him up here with this other development we've done. He's pretty passionate in what he has to say, and I think personally, I think he came with an open mind, and I think he would probably be a good fit into this situation. There's been a lot of ideas. Mayor Johnson, when he was on Park and Rec, I gave him, and he liked those ideas, and I think with our Miss Olson being in charge of the kind of Park and Rec and her visions, I think he could work well with her and move forward with it.
So motion to approve?
I make a motion to approve it.
I'll second.
Good. That was simultaneously between you and Councilman Gordon. I have a motion to accept by Councilman Lundin and darn near at the same time by Councilman Gordon and Councilman Collison. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0. Welcome to Park and Rec, sir.
Thank you.
Thanks, Zach.
Just so your heads up, I'm sure Miss Olson will reach out to you and give you, she's not here currently, but she'll reach out to you and give you any information, or maybe Jaden does it, I'm sorry. So she's the city clerk, she'll reach out to you and give any information that you need for your next meeting, which is June 22nd, sorry. And then you'll get sworn in there. Thanks again. K2, resolution accepting new liquor store Signia. Ms. Wood?
Thank you, Mayor, and Council, good evening again. So we have liquor store signage for the new store. We did solicit quotes from 2 different vendors. Attached to your item here is some images. These are similar to what was presented when we discussed this at Committee of the Whole. So on the first page, you see that there is a front sign. It is backlit, so the letters will light up. It shows a little bit of a night view there, so there's a halo effect behind the city logo part, which is of the tree and the blue and the river. And then on the signs, it was recommended by the committee that the signs on the side, so that would be the curbside pickup and Isani liquor signs, be static signs, that they be not lit, the letters themselves, but they would be lit by the sconces. So I have included in the memo information the cost of those sconces, and there'd be 3 needed per side, of 3 above the curbside pickup and 3 above the Isani liquor. I also included the cost of having those signs lit, if that was something that the council did want to consider at this time. Ultimately, the color choice for the side signs was to be a darker color based upon the color of the siding. If we went with white letters, they just would not show up at all. I did choose blue because I thought that that would look nice with the front sign being blue, and they'd be the Isani blue color. If you agree, an alternate to that would be black if you preferred that on the sides. My recommendation is to go with scenic sign. They were slightly below the other vendor by a little over $500 less. They also provided a lot of insight and help and did the images for me. There are optional signs to put in the window of the beer, wine, and spirits from the inside. Those costs are provided within your memo. My recommendation is not to move forward with that at this time. It is to work with the vendors of the beer vendors to see if we can get those provided for free from them. So that would be less cost to the city for those.
You're kind of fumbling too, so where are these quotes at?
Right here. You gotta go on your iPad.
I am on the iPad and I didn't.
K2 has the memo resolution, and then there's 3 images.
Councilman Gordon. Go
There
up
it
and
is.
see
Page 15.
Ms.
Paul.
Selman. She's got a cord you can use.
Oh, well, that's okay. I already looked at it earlier, so I know what we're talking about.
Page 15, Paul.
Thank you.
I make a motion to go with scenic sign with the lighted front sign and then highlighted lighting on the others.
I'll second.
Motion from Councilman Lundin to go with the lighted front and the darker side signs, correct?
Yeah, wait,
The
yeah,
recommendation.
The recommendation,
yeah,
there we go.
recommendation.
And a second by Councilman Gordon. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0. We'll move on to K3, one of the addendums, right?
Yes.
Which is going to be a resolution approving a special event permit application for say that 5 times fast as you can. Splish, geez, I can't even get it out once. Splish Splash Summer Bash. There we go.
Thank you, Mayor. So we have the Splish Splash Summer Bash event planned. This will be the second annual for that. It'll be on Friday, July 9th. This will be part of the celebration that we have with the rodeo is going on, the Jubilee Days is going on. So it's a really fun time. Started it last year, and our Parks Coordinator is looking to grow it this year. We're hoping to have a few hundred people in attendance, and like I said, grow it bigger than last year, but very similar. So for a great family event.
Yeah, I love this event, so do my kids. As you know, they do close off First Avenue too, so that was the only thing, and Chief Myers looks like he signed off on this. So,
I make a motion to approve.
motion to approve by Councilman Lundin, do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Burgley, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0. K4, resolution approving a special event permit application for fireworks display.
Thank you. Again, this is the second annual event for fireworks in the Bluebird Park. This will be following the parade evening, so on Thursday, July 8th. It'll happen approximately 10 p.m. She expects about 1,500 people to attendance. The difference from this year, from last year, is that she will also be having food trucks at this event. She had some vendors reach out to her that expressed interest, and so she's going to be trying to get more and having food trucks be available for people as they're waiting for the fireworks to begin.
I make a motion to approve it. I think that was a big success last
I
year.
think it was a huge success last year. Food trucks are only going to make it better, so I like that we're trying to build the event bigger and bigger year by year.
I wonder-
Did you see them?
The fireworks? Oh, yeah, it was great.
Yeah, I can't believe.
I was really surprised at the show they put on for the amount of money we paid.
Right.
Yeah, it was really good.
I was going to try to say that without saying too much, but
That was really
perfectly
good.
said.
Is there gonna be a Jimmy's Pizza food truck then?
I gotta get that one finished. Then it's going to North Dakota, so.
Of course.
Good way to break it in.
It is. I have a motion to approve by Councilman Lundin. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Gordon. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0. Now we're moving on to the resolution awarding the bid of the 2021 pavement management project. Mr. Cook.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, members of council. So we received bids on June 3rd for the 2021 regular pavement maintenance following the program we have been doing for the last few years. It includes the Bluebird Park parking lots, street and trails, as well as 3rd and Isani Parkway, and then Main Street east of the tracks, as well as Darlene Avenue and Credit Union Drive. The bids came in, we only received 2, but they're, I guess, responsible bidders. The low bidder was below the engineer's estimate. Aztec Corp is actually the contractor that's been doing our last few years of this process, so they know, what they're getting into, and
Isn't that who did 6th Avenue as well?
they also did 6th Avenue, yep.
I gotta tell you guys that Aztec Corp I actually met one of the foremen on one of those jobs, and he said if he could help it, they would bid on every one of our jobs to make sure that they got them. That's how invested they are in the city of Isani, which blew me out of the water, but good to hear though. Sorry, Mr. Cook. Go ahead.
No, that's it. We're just recommending award to Aztec as bid.
Any questions, comments, or concerns?
Nope, I'm a motion to approve.
Second.
Motion to approve the Aztec Corp. by Councilman Collison and a second by Councilman Burgley. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0. K4, resolution awarding the bid for the Main Street reconstruction project. Mr. Cook.
So we also bid this project on the same day, June 3rd. Received 6 bidders, all responsible bids, with the alternates that we discussed of Heritage Walk being priced out separately, as well as Eagle Park. And so what you see before you there in the memo is the base bid that would be the cost to strictly construct Main Street, and then the alternate 1, Heritage Walk, and alternate 2, Eagle Park, with each of their totals. The way the contract is written is we would award to the low bidder of the combination chosen. And so if you elect to move forward with all 3, which is actually the recommendation, North Valley Inc. would be the low bidder. You could pick any combination of those added alternates if you choose to not move forward with them. I also included the figures of those 2 alternates in your packet for reference as to what we're talking about on those 2 alternates. The bids came in very well on Main Street. Just an extra piece to add. That is that assessed project that we're following the process for, and with those very good bids, it's anticipated to be a little over a 10% reduction in each person's assessment with these numbers that we got.
Nice.
So very good on that. The Heritage Walk, the estimate was very close to North Valley's bid, and the Eagle Park was again very close to the estimate, slightly under. So we're recommending award of all 3 and moving forward with them, but certainly up to your discretion.
Aztec couldn't do a little better than that, huh? Especially
Well, as
when.
you see, they tried. Actually, they were on the higher end on the Main Street, but, well, I guess they were uniformly slightly higher, but yeah, they specifically had called and were telling me they were gonna try and get it, but yeah, with how hungry some bidders are, we were originally going into this worry that bids might be high because we're bidding in June here, it's a little later, but man, if it's a great time to be bidding even now, so.
I know North Valley's doing a lot of street projects. I
Right.
see them a lot more and more.
Yeah, and I'm actually doing a large project with them in Elk River right now, and they're doing a fantastic job, and would have no problem recommending the award to them.
I know Aztec's done a lot in the city. I like their work. I have nothing to say about it, but at the same time, almost 100,000 more is quite a lot of money. So I know North Valley does good work as well.
I just got a hard time swallowing that thing for that Eagle Park parking lot.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, I think the Eagle Park, when we first looked at it, was like, we have 100,000 budgeted for it or something like that, and now we're at, 45, 54, depending on which
54.
one, but 54.
We're almost cutting it in half.
Yeah, it was budgeted at 93,
Okay.
so.
Um,
I thought we
Big
talked
chunk.
about letting that go, did
We did, yeah.
We did.
We,
we decided to move forward with it?
No, it's on the,
Is that one of
if
the-
you scroll down, you'll see what we decided.
taking a lot of the lot out and putting
Okay.
more grass
We
in.
proposed turf to be put in, and we've
Yeah.
made the park bigger is what we're gonna do,
Yeah,
and paved less.
and there actually are a lot of cars that park out
Yeah,
there.
I was just gonna say the same thing. I went by there and looked during the day and it was like,
Yeah.
wow.
Now that I know it's there.
Yeah,
You actually
Yeah,
don't
there's a
notice
lot
it.
of cars in there.
There are a lot, yeah.
Well, I'm gonna motion to accept North Valley.
Can I ask one question though? So the Heritage Walk, was that budgeted though? Or was that was budgeted?
That was also
okay.
budgeted, that was
Okay.
budgeted, for this year, 121,000.
Okay. That was all I wanted to know.
Any other questions, comments, concerns? I have a motion from Councilman Lundin to accept North Valley. Do I have a second?
I'll second on all 3.
Yes,
Your
that's what I was gonna say,
recommendation.
was gonna finish on all
And
3.
a second on all 3. The motion was made for all 3 and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0.
Now, they're gonna wait, Jason, to start Main Street until after the rodeo, correct?
Correct, yep, that's what we wrote in the spec, they can't start till after. the
July 12th.
Yep,
July 12th.
yep.
And July 11th, you'll probably see trucks show up.
Every resident has asked me that, and I'm, July 12th, they're gonna wait till after the parade, don't you worry.
And actually, I guess I don't have their projected schedule, but we do only anticipate this project to take less than 2 months to do. And with it bidding a little later, it is likely that this is their anticipated fall project, or later project. So they may not roll in right away because they're probably trying to just fill in the later part of the season. So we'll get more info from them, but it very likely could be that they don't have to mold in until August, because they'll do it in August and September, or even September and October, so.
It's a funny thing about them, that used to be Valley Paving. They were together and they split, and that's why it's called North Valley.
So, because a lot of the residents are asking for them to redo their driveways, they want to time it perfectly with you. Do they just come or call you, or how does that work?
Well, yeah, so once we have a schedule from the contractor, we'll send out a construction notice to all the residents along the project to give them an idea of what's planned. And so the contractor will give us what their anticipated schedule is, and we'll try and relay that to the residents along that.
Perfect.
If they're trying to coordinate actually getting a cost from the contractor to do their driveway, that would be a private thing for them to work out. And
No, it's just when they do their curb cutouts,
Sure.
they want to
Well,
make sure they do their driveway at the same time.
Sure, and it's common though for
I'm one of them.
a contractor to provide, at least a cost if somebody's trying to do it at the literal same time and have them do it. But we would give the contractor's contact info, and then it would be for the resident to contact them and work out whatever they want.
I just want to be able to tell my neighbors, because geez, I think since that's come out, we were redoing Main Street, I would have to say once a week, somebody's knocked on my door, caught me in my yard and asked me, so I just want to make sure I have the right answer, so I appreciate that. Motion to approve the consent agenda.
I had one quick question on it.
Go right ahead.
Probably for Travis, actually. That position for part-time, I think it was secretary, I think was the position, but do you need that right now, you think? I mean, I know we planned on it and it's budgeted for and everything, but do you have enough activity to be done for that position to be?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I can get into the numerics.
Well, that's all. I just wanted, that's good. All right, I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
I have a motion to approve the consent agenda by Councilman Gordon and a second by Councilman Lundin. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0. Anything else, Ms. Wood?
That is all.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Okay. I meant to say, do I have a motion?
Motion to adjourn, and then you have a second.
Motion to adjourn by Councilman Lundin and a second by Councilman Burgley. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0. Therefore, we stand adjourned. That's what I meant to say.